Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack Duxbury. Flying with me today is the Maltese Falcon.
Whoop.
And we're at the end of a filming day, had a bit of time free. I'm off for a little bit and I wanted to put across maybe 3 Hammond hacks, things that I think I've learned along the way that might make your life easier. Anyway, let's just get on with it, yeah? First one is palm glissandos. Now, if you haven't heard that phrase before, that's cool. And if you have, you're like, yeah, I know that, that's cool. But I didn't really know what it was about. You may have heard, there was a Prince song called Sexy MF. And on it he goes, scrub the dishes! Scrub the dishes! And I was like, what's he talking about? Basically, what I learned is this. Okay, like, well, what's the point of that? There's a lot of point when you're playing Hammond organ in where you use it compositionally. So what we did there is a palm glissando. What someone once told me, well, later along the line, told me it was a palm glissando. Can I say palm glissando more? Palm glissando. You're going to take your hand, hopefully it's clean, just heads up by, and you're going to right where your thumb is here on this kind of line, you know, like where you'd pick up a bat or you'd hold your you'd you hold it there and then try this. I'm on a waterfall keybed here, the Nord, really handy for it. But this works on piano as well. This is how you do a palm glissando. Get it there and then press down. And then you're going to slide, you just literally slide it. And it might hurt the first time you do it. But what you heard there is hopefully a bit of smoothness. You'll see a lot of guys do this. Or like this. The way to do it is like this. And that's why they call it scrubbing the dishes, I think, is. And it's weird, but you just got to practice it, so. And with a bit of reverb. All well and good. How can you use it musically? I use it musically for intros. So I've got an intro coming up on this gig, and before it all starts, it'll go 1, 2, 3. Now you saw I did it twice. I use it to generate excitement. If you're into guitar and you've seen Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, there's often a little bit of noise where they go, roar. John Mayer, like, roar, scraping the strings. It's excitement before they hit that big bend. And the same on organ. You're going to go down, and when you've got something to say with your right hand, it's a good place to go. So Give Me Summer Lovin', that's a tune we've done before on here. It goes like this, you know. Now, if you're on the gig and that's how you play it, that's cool. So you're going dun, 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 dun. You could go na 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 na, and you sound to me a bit more badass. So that's in the intros to thing, going in with your left hand. The other way is, and I use it a lot, at the end of, say, a blues song or even the end of Give Me Some Love, and you've been going around it 10 times, and then the drummer ends up ending the song, and they're doing a big drum fill. And on piano, you'll see a lot of guys doing this. Lame. Don't hold on to it. If you can play licks, you're licking it. Doing that is too much. Let the drummer do his thing. But what I tend to do is go na 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 na. I mean, that's how I end pretty much every song because it's exciting. So what I did was say the drums, I'm going to end it on the 1. 1, 2, 3. I go into the 1, and then I go down and I just make a noise. Because imagine the bass player's going, guitar is going, and I make a noise. So I go. last one is a up, hit, down. That one as well, a little bonus tip, that's the little thumb. And it's weird, believe it or not, I spent a few days in my early 20s just doing that. I just would sit and on a weighted keyboard and I'd cut my hand. I'd regularly cut my hand at gigs, but you eventually get used to it. It helps if it's a waterfall bed. Anyway, hopefully you got the idea. That's the first tip, scrubbing the dishes, AKA palm glissandos. Tip 2. Tip 2 for me and for you is gonna be what I'm gonna call drawbar swells. Now, you need drawbars for this, so if you've got any keyboard with these on, that's cool. It works really well when you have nothing there, so we've got no sound at the moment. And all we're gonna do is, you're gonna pick your chord, let's stick with Give Me Some of Lovin'. So it just starts on a G, and you're gonna just grab them, you know, like just grabbing the scruff of a neck, you know, and you're just gonna pull them out as you play the chord. Again, you know, I'm finessing the end of the note, so. You can go in and out. And then with a bit of reverb and drive, you can get pseudo guitar-y type shredding effects. It's good if you don't have a volume pedal as well. You'll see people like Corey Henry and stuff do it a lot. There's an old video of him at a Doobie Powell shred. He's like, and it just animates it. Again, if I do that without that, or it's got the swell, it undulates, it's more exciting. I think of Hammond way more like guitar. So that's a really easy one. Another way is to use that if you had a chord, is just to remember to animate things for effect. So say we're in G again. They're there to be played with, to have fun with. Yeah, that's my take on using drawbars for some spelling. Third and final tip from me, or hack, because you don't have to use them, I'm sure you're already better at it than I am, but I do this a lot. So let's stick with Give Me Some of Lovin' because it's a handy one to do. We've already done the glissandos. We can go into it, we can even kind of pimp that out, animate it by pulling out. The last one is nothing to do with that, it's more about parking your pinky. I'm going to call this one Parking Your Pinky. Just came up with it. Or pedal tones, you know. So much of Hammond playing, I think, that people like, is when whatever key you're in, find the root. So if it's in G, it's G, and try keep that going throughout all your voicings. And in this instance, yeah, let's use Give Me Some of Lovin'. First time I played it was like this. Okay, this is the tip, park your pinky. So go up to the G and play it all with the pinky on top. See that? I'm going to play them back to back and have a listen. Just puts that level of excitement. Another example might be ending a song like this. So. If I parked my pinky, way more excitement. That's more in a rhythm sense. Soloing wise, say, one of the best things to do is once you've gone around a 12 bar, so let's stay in G. You see what I mean? It's a really easy way to go, oh, there's something coming. I've built tension. You used to see guys, Keith Emerson, put wedges. Billy Preston as well. I used to think, oh, what's he doing? And they'd have little wooden wedges, and they'd stick a wedge in at the top to keep that note going. So that they'd be like, and I'd be like, what the hell? What are they doing? But you can blag it a lot by just parking your pinky up there. So in C, the same would be. So getting that and just realising you can shred underneath it was a really big way of increasing my excitement level and the chance at me getting laid. In conclusion, hopefully they helped, and thanks for sticking with us. We've had a lot more subscribers recently, and we're trying out lots of different videos. Your comments are really welcome, and we read them, and we're trying to evolve and change. Give us a bit of a break. There's a bit of a lag because we batch film these, so if you said something, I assure you we've read it, and we're going to try put it in. If we don't reply to you, we're going to try change our videos. Anyway, I'm going to play you out with an example of palm glissandoing to the max. Let's dig.